Line up 100 Africans here, line up 100 non-Africans here. You ask them, why is Africa poor? Today, most Africans and their allies will come up with the usual suspects that side would come up with. Colonialism, slavery, they're stealing our natural resources, racism, yada, 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 yada. The non-Africans who are not allies of Africans would tend to say IQ, low IQ, they fight all the time, they're lazy, they're crooks. And both sides would also say bad leaders, bad governance. We talk about all of that stuff. But do you know what I don't hear from either side? No one will say Africa is the poorest region in the world today because it is the most overregulated region in the world. It is a place in the world where it's hardest for any entrepreneurs to do business, period. I don't hear anyone saying it. And you tell me how, if you don't have a right diagnosis, how you get to a right solution.
Hello. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am the Kenyan Beast. In today's video, I'm going to talk about Africa. You know, there is stories that Africa is poor, and the reason why Africa is poor, a lot of people are saying is because of colonialism, slavery, you know, because of the white people. We have the blame game to the white people. And even when the white people are being asked what is the problem of Africa, the white people say that Africa are primitive, low IQ, we love to fight, and many things. Everyone has something to blame about Africa. So my question of today, is it really, as an African, is it really colonization and slavery is the reason why Africa is being poor? Do you think colonization and slavery play a big part in the poverty of Africa, or do you think we are using it as just as an scapegoat, but there is more? Tell me in the comment section what you think. There is this lady who is saying that colonization and slavery is not the reason why Africans or Africa is very poor. Let's listen to her and then we'll talk about it later.
World, and you saw the magic of Singapore. Today, Singapore is richer than its ex-colonizer, Great Britain. So when I hear people telling me today, oh, Africa is poor because of colonization, I'm like, please, let's move on from that. Does it have maybe a tiny percentage in where we are today? Maybe, and I don't know. But I know it's not the cause. Because if it were, many countless countries have been colonized before. And by the way, colonizing one another is humanity's history. It just happened that maybe Africa has been one of the last, colonized region in the world. So in our psyche, it is there, and it acts like nothing happened before to others. But flash news, it's the history of the world. We've been capturing each other back and forth, all of that. So anyway, but the truth is, Singapore, richer than Great Britain today. And then Hong Kong happened. And then because Hong Kong happened, China even today happened. Because China's like, wait a minute, what went on over there? And then China went on to do the exact same thing with its SEZs, the special economic zones, some of the most free market zones in the world. And then look at it happen in communist China, who, when it comes to economics, decided that we're going to do the free market, we're going to be capitalist, because that's the only way. We tried everything else. We killed hundreds of millions of people, and we have nothing to show for it. But now that we're tired of being disrespected members of society, because guess what? That's the other thing too. You want to be respected in this world? You're going to have to be among the prosperous ones for other reasons. Would it be nice, G, that we respect people just because? Absolutely. But that's really not the world we live in. So when China got tired of being disrespected, they're like, maybe we got to build also some prosperity here, because then they're going to hear us. And today, China, being one of the, being where it is at, even Hollywood, who tries to tell the world how to think, is being told by China what movies to make and how to tweak stories and history in order to be palatable for them. You see the power that comes with being prosperous.
Now, welcome back. You have heard her. Tell me in the comment section if you concur with her or you have another, another comment. What do you think about it? Do you think it's slavery? It's colonization? For me, at first, I'm not saying I'm agreeing with her, but at a higher percentage, I think colonization and slavery played a bigger role in Africa poverty. Played, underline the word played, that's a past tense, played a bigger role in the poverty and of Africa and Africans. But for now, after doing my research, after learning more about Africa, I'm 100% sure that sometimes we are using colonization and slavery just to, to carry on our ill agenda. But I think it's more than just colonization. It's more than just slavery. Because, for example, the black Americans, the Caribbeans, some of them, they are doing good. The black Americans are doing good. They are even coming here to Africa, and they are making moves here in Africa. You see in Ghana how black Americans are making Africa, and yet they are directed, they are submerged, direct to slavery. What changed? Because their mind, they are not reasoning about slavery anymore. They are reasoning how to build, themselves. So I think, apart from bad leadership, apart from the leaders of Africa doing what we call laundering and squandering of Africa, we have other issues that make Africa still poor. Just per me, I'm saying according to my views. I think the leaders that we have, they are still colonizing us, So we are being colonized by our own leaders. Because when we choose you as a leader to go and represent us, to go and build the roads, to supervise, you are going to supervise the building of roads and schools and hospitals. But what you are going to do, you are going to take that money supposed to use to build the roads and put it in your stomach. That's bad governance, bad supervisor. So I think, and we are the only people to blame ourselves, because we as Africans, we are the one who are choosing the bad leaders. How? We are doing this because the time of election, we are being given small tokens like $100, not $100, that's a lot, like $2, as low as $2, to go and vote for someone who is going to steal more than $1 million. We are being given small token of $1, $2, $3, just to sell our resources to our fellow black people, to sell our hospitals, our roads to these, our black brothers. There is no white person here. Yes, the white people are playing the key role of taking of Africa resources, but the small we have, we can make it for ourselves. Like, for example, in Kenya, our president will opt to be given a small token from the white people so that he can give a part share of our country, And it's high time we stop blaming colonization and slavery. Yes, it happened. It happened 400 years, 300 years ago, 200 years, it happened. Yes, it happened. But how are we recovering from it? Other people are recovering from it. Black Americans are recovering from it. Jamaicans, they are recovering from it. They don't blame the colonization and slavery anymore. But Africans, anytime we are being asked, why is your country poor, we are saying, colonization and slavery has made many Africans to be poor. Okay, it happened for our ancestors. Now, our generation, what our leaders, what are they doing? They have money, they tax us to build roads, they tax us to keep better health, but where is the money going? In their pockets. Because they will just give us 1,000 Kenyan shillings. They will just give us $10 to keep quiet for the 5 years, 10 years. The one who said that we have low IQ, he is wrong. Africans, we don't have low IQ, but our mind is being povertalized. Our mind is being squeezed somewhere to think that we live only today, there is no tomorrow. But if we know there is tomorrow, we will stand up, we will wake up, and we will start keeping mechanism for the future. We will start building roads because of the future. But when we live because it's only today, when you find something to eat and then you go to bed and then it's done. So when a politician give you that 100 shillings, that 1,000 naira, you vote for an old guy into power and then you go and sleep. We fear fighting for our rights because we say, oh, there is no need to fight, let him serve his term and then he goes. He will not go. But when we stand up and march because of our right, a lot can change. For example, I don't like giving this example, but I just give example of this Burkinabe president Traore. Within a short period of time, 2 years, he has done some things that the people of Burkina Faso are seeing in the ground. Because if a country, an African country want change, we will get change. If we want change, if we want economic growth, if we want good industrialization, if we want good health and everything will change just in a blink of an eye. But what do? We choose voting due to tribes, my people, my person. I want my person to be the minister. I want my person to be the president. So I think it's not just colonization. I concur. It is more than colonization and slavery. We tend to respect the white people more than we respect ourselves as the black people. We respect the colonizers, the oppressors, as we don't even respect ourselves. We give oppressors free land or free tax land here and we tax heavily our people. We create good environment for the oppressors to work in our African countries, but we make it hard for our own black people to work in their own country. And yet we are saying colonization and slavery. Yes, it happened, but it's high time we leave that behind. It's high time we focus for the future. Our great-grandfathers have been fighting for these countries. Our grandparents came and then they relaxed. Our parents came and then they relax even more. But we will not relax anymore. Africa, we must rise up. Africa, we must march forward. Africa, we must make a better Africa tomorrow. That's my word. I am the Kenyan Beast, and we are doing it the African way. Peace be with you.